Hello, grade 6 students. This is part 2 of the first semester examination, March 2024 paper. Hope all of you have watched the previous video where I have discussed part 1. And today in this video, I'm planning to discuss part 2. Right? So then here, can you remember in the previous video I mentioned when it comes to the part 2, you want to think about the number of marks they have allocated and they have given you the enough space to do the steps. So then whenever necessary, you want to show all of your steps. So here calculate 31 divided by 5, giving your answer as a mixed number. 31 divided by 5. So then how do you do this, children? Then you write here 31 divided by 5. 5 times 6, 30, the remainder 1. Right? So then how do you write? 31 divided by 5, it is an improper fraction. You can write 6 and 1 over 5. 6 and 1 over 5, right? And the next one, then when you have the two signs like this, first of all, we want to solve that. Negative and positive, that becomes negative. And then you rewrite this -2, -3. Children, by any chance, there was a comment and one of the parents and the two students, they have contacted me after releasing yesterday's video, the part 1 video. So they are not clear about these directed numbers. By any chance, if you are still struggling how to get this negative, positive, and how you are going to rewrite this, please watch the directed numbers lesson that you can find it in my YouTube channel. Please watch it. Maybe sometimes you want to spend 20 minutes or 30 minutes, but it is worth to watch that because this is kind of a basic concept you want to cover. And when you come across with two signs like this, negative and positive, or whatever it is, the two signs, first of all, you want to convert them into one. And then here we know that the in between the bracket and the sign, we think that we have the hidden multiplication, and you just multiply the negative sign and the positive sign. It gives me the negative answer. So then I rewrite this -2 and -3. Now I have the numbers with the same sign. I add the numbers and use the common sign. It should be -5, right? So then always you want to know that what you are doing, that means that you should know the concept. Here you can see that there is an isosceles triangle. But here, this one, you can mark that here they have asked me to write with the reasons. I can mark this as 52 degrees. Why is that? I can write the vertically opposite angles, right? Vertically opposite angles. You just write the reason here. Opposite angles are equal. You just write the reason, vertically opposite angles. And A is equal to 52. Why is that? Because this is an isosceles triangle. You can mark it. So this is an isosceles triangle. This is an isosceles triangle. So how the A becomes 52? Because if it is an isosceles triangle, we know these two angles are equal. Therefore, A become 52. So then you can write angles in an isosceles triangle, right? Then you just write angles in isosceles triangle, right? So then you want to find B. You can write the B is equal to 180 minus 52 minus 52. How I get this? I know angles in a triangle add up to 180. Angles in a triangle add up to 180. So then I can write the B is, you can just subtract and find from 180. First you subtract 52, right? 180 you subtract 52, and again you subtract 52, it gives me 76 degrees. Now you just look at these children. Whenever I'm writing the degree value, I have used the degree sign, right? Whatever the rush we have, when we are writing the answers, you just see how I have kept the equation marks, and how I have written the reasons, and how I have used the degree sign. So these things are very important. If you just watch the video to get the answer, that is not the purpose of having a paper discussion like these children. So you just see that how the teacher is writing the answers and what kind of steps she is following, what are the tips she is having. So you want to learn all these things, how she is writing the answers in a neater way. So then what kind of the steps she is following. These are the things you want to learn. Okay, so then we will move to the next one. The length of two bars are in a diagram. So then if they are fixed together without any gap, what is the length of the bar, right? So what does that mean? Simply you want to do, you add 4.5 meters and 3 1/3 meters. What you're supposed to do, children, I told you in the last video also, some students, they just add the whole numbers and they just add the fractions. That is how they simplify. But I recommend you to do it like this. Whenever you come across with a mixed number, please convert the mixed number into an improper fraction. So that is the recommended way from my end. So 2 times 4, 8, 8 plus 1, 9, 9/2, right? 3 times 3, 9, 9 plus 1, 10, 10/3, right? So then I write the next step, 2 and 3, the different denominators. I get the common denominator for them. It is 6. How can I convert 2 into 6, children? 2 times 3. Therefore, I want to multiply 9 also by 3. It is 27. How can I convert 3 into 6? 3 times 2. Then 10 times 2, 20. So then we have the same denominator. You write it like this. Then you add 27 and 20. That gives me 47/6. Now I want to write the final answer as a mixed number. Why? Because of the original values I can see in the question, they are as a mixed number. So then what I do, 47, I divide by 6, 6 times 7, 42, and you have 5, right? So then how I'm going to write the final answer then? I write 7, and then I write the line here in the middle, and I have 5/6 meters. That is very important, right? They have asked you to give your answer as a mixed number. That is something you want to pay your attention. And they are asking what is the length of it. That when you combine these two bars together without having any gaps, what is the length of it? So then if you are talking about a length, there should be a unit. So then it is 5/6 meters, right? So then we will move to the next one. Find the difference of the lengths of the above two bars. What you are going to do, children, that if they are asking about the difference of something, you want to deduct the shorter value or the shorter bar from the longer one, right? So then here what you should do, 4 1/2 subtract 3 1/3. So then the next step, it's easier for me because already I have done it like this, 10/3. So then I know that to get the common denominator, it is 6. So then I can write, so then it is not addition, it should be subtraction, right? And here that I write 27/6 and then 20/6, right? So then I write 27 minus 20, and it is 6. So then it gives me 7/6. This is very easy. You don't want to divide this actually. 6 times 1, 6, and the remainder 1. So then you write the final answer 1 1/6 meters. That is the difference. 1/6. If the longest bar is 4.5 meters. Cut it into 3 equal parts. What is the length of each part? What does that mean, Pute? So then they are asking us the 4, that is the longest one, 4.5. You cut into 3 equal pieces or the parts. You just divide this by 3. So then 2 times 4, 8, 8 plus 1, 9, 9/2, divide by 3/1. I just write 3 as a fraction because it's easier for me to do the rest of the calculation. And when you have a division like this, children, you first want to convert the division into multiplication, and then the next fraction will take its reciprocal. So 3/1 will become 1/3. So before multiplying, can I simplify this? Yes. How can I simplify? 3 times 1 and 3 times 3. So then 3 times 1, 3, and 2 times 1, 2. And then when I have something like this, I know 2 times 1, 2. So then the answer is also 1. So then I can write 1/2. And length of each part, meters. Right? Always use the unit. If they have given that, you just see here, children, 7 marks, right? You want to pay your attention. It is a 7-mark question, 7 marks question. So then you want to show all the steps like this, right? Then we will move to the question number 5. So construct the following. Children, take your mathematical instrument box with me, and you can pause the video and you can do the steps with me if you have not done. And after doing that, still, if you find that this is something very difficult, you just find the construction video. I have explained everything from the very basic level. So then you go to the my YouTube channel, and you can find the construction video in the geometry playlist. Then you can watch it from the beginning. Again, it's around 30 minutes, but you can be thorough with all the construction steps. When you come across with this kind of situation, children, the first thing you should do, you draw a free line like this. I have not used the ruler, but you are supposed to use the ruler and draw a free line. And this corner I mark as B. Okay. Then you take the ruler, open the compass. Now, when I'm telling these technical words, if you find that what teacher is telling, that is why I ask you to watch the video. I have explained you that when I'm saying that you open the compass, what you should do. Keep the ruler, what you should do. Where you should keep the ruler. So you can clearly see, because it's a live video, because I'm doing everything with my mathematical instrument box. So then you open your compass and measure 7.8. You keep the compass here and mark 7.8 arc, and this is C, and you write here 7.8 centimeters. That is done. Then you adjust your compass and open it to 6.4 and measure it. You keep the point here and you just draw the arc like this. And then you come to this corner. Why? To measure that you want to mark 5 centimeters. Again, you open the compass, measure 5 centimeters, keep the point here, and then you just draw it like this. Now this is point A. And then you just join this AB and AC like this. And here you write 6.4 centimeters. And then here you write 5 centimeters. To get the full marks, the 4 marks, your construction should be like this. If you have not shown the arcs like this properly, you don't get the marks. And if you have not named the corners ABC, then you don't get the full marks. If you have not written the length of each side, again, you don't get the full marks. To get the full marks, you want to label the corners ABC, you want to write the length of each side, and you want to have the arcs like this. Otherwise, it is not the construction. If you just measure and you have done something, it's just a drawing. It is not a construction. And in that video, I said the construction video, I clearly explained the difference between the drawing and the construction, right? This is how you want to have it, right? So then next one, then you should see the name it, measure angle A. Measure angle A. Then you want to measure that you keep the protractor and you just draw the dotted line here. You keep the protractor like this and you want to measure the angle. Again, I'm telling children. So then here I'm not going to explain, but in that video, I have shown you how you want to measure the angle and how you are going to keep the protractor, where you should keep the protractor, and which scale you are going to use that, because we know in the protractor we do have the inner scale and the outer scale, and which scale we are going to use, right? So these things I have discussed in that video, right? Then we will move to the question number 6, right? So then we have two more questions. Question number 6, you want to arrange the given fractions in order, right? So you can see, children, by any chance, let's say you have 2/7 and let's say the 6/7 and 4/7, something like this. You can easily write 2/7 and 4/7 and 6/7. How? All the fractions, they do have the same denominator. So then you just want to worry, you don't want to worry. You just look at the numerator value and write them in order, ascending order, starting from the smallest. If you start something from the smallest, what we say it an ascending order. But the problem here, children, in this question, whatever the fractions they have given, they don't have the same denominator. So then what is the first step we should do? We want to convert them into the common denominator. 5/6. Then we have 1/2 and we have 1/3. What I do, I convert them into the same denominator, that is 6. And 5/6 I can write as it is. No, children, you don't want to do anything because of the same denominator I selected as the common denominator. So then the denominator 2, I want to convert into 6, multiplying by 3. So then the 1 times 3, it is 3. The denominator 3, I want to multiply by 2. 3 times 2, 6. Then 1 times 2, 2. So now you can rank. This is the smallest one. This is the next one. This is the largest one, right? Therefore, right? So how do you write this? Ascending order, right? So then, or else that they have just used the starting from the smallest now. So then you write 2/6, then you write 3/6 and 5/6. From that, do you think you get the full marks? No, because you don't have 2/6 or 3/6 in the question. You want to write the real values. So 2/6 means 1/3. And then the 3/6 means 1/2. And then you write 5/6 from the smallest. Here you just write from the smallest. Okay. Then we will move to the next one. They have given a fraction. You want to simplify. Children, you want to understand the meaning of this. Simplify. That means you are making something smaller. To make something smaller, what you are supposed to do, children, you want to divide both the numerator and the denominator by a same number. If you are not thorough with the multiplication table, you can just start with 2. Or else you can start with a very big number, right? Now here what I do, I start with 2 and I divide this also by 2, and 2 times 8 and 2 times 9. Can I divide this further? No. So then the simplest version will be 8/9. You can't simplify this further. And when you come across with this kind of thing, that by now you know you want to have the Common denominator 5 and 4, the common denominator is 20. How do you convert 5 into 20? Multiplied by 4. 1 times 4, 4. How do you convert 4 into 20? Multiply by 5. 3 times 5, 15. Then you have the common denominator 20, and you have 4 plus 15, and it is 19 over 20. This is how you write 19 over 20. Right. Then the next one, 7 take away negative 8. So then how do you write this? So you want to read the question carefully, children, right? So then the 7 take away, first I want to double check that this one. Yeah, so then the question number 7, then 7 take away, how do you write this? 7 take away negative 8. Okay, please be mindful. Again, this is from the directed numbers lesson. 7 take away negative 8. Then negative and negative, that becomes positive. Then you rewrite this. 7 plus 8, the answer is 15. Subtract negative 3 from negative 2. From negative 2. Subtract. What you are going to subtract? Negative 3. Okay. Then the negative and negativity is positive. Then you write negative 2, positive 3. When you have the different signs, you just get the difference of the numbers. 2 and 3, the difference is 1. And I'm going to use the sign of the higher digit. When you compare the 2 and 3 digits, 3 is the higher digit. So then that becomes positive 1. But I'm just writing 1. Right? Here you have negative and negative. It is positive. Then you can rewrite this question, right? How you are going to rewrite? 8, and here positive and negative, it is negative. 8 minus 6 plus. So then you can either do it, you can do this in 2 different ways, right? I will show you both the methods. So 8 plus 4, 12, 12 minus 6, 6. Or else you can do it like this, 8 minus 6 plus 4, no? So then 8 minus 6, it is 2, 2 plus 4, it is 6, right? And the next one, find the total distance traveled. If you start from A, then to B, then to C, then to D, and go up to E. That means you go around this rectangle A, B, C, D. When you go around a particular shape and you come back to the initial position, and then what is that length we call, children? Perimeter. In other words, they ask us to write the perimeter. Now, this is 8 kilometers. This is 6 kilometers. So then how you are going to write? You just add 8 kilometers and then 6 kilometers, again 8 kilometers and 6 kilometers. Simply that, what does this mean? You have 8 kilometers and 8 kilometers. So then you have 6 kilometers and 6 kilometers. 8 and 8, 16 kilometers. And 6 and 6, 12 kilometers. When you add them together, it gives me 28 kilometers. This is how you get the answer, right? Then we will move to the next one. You want to multiply. Before multiplying, you just check whether you can simplify the fractions or not. When you are simplifying, keep this in your mind, children. You can pick numbers from 2 different locations. Like it's like this, 4 times 1 and 4 times 1. One number is from the numerator, the other number is from the denominator. So then I change the color so then you can easily understand what I'm doing. But in your exam, you don't want to do that. So then 3 times 1 and 3 times 3. Now you can see that is why I use a different color to show you when you are simplifying. Always you pick one number from the numerator, the other number from the denominator, right? 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 3, 3. Okay. And then the next one, you have mixed numbers. I told you that when you have the mixed numbers, I follow the same thing. Either it is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, anything. If it is a mixed number, first I convert it into improper fraction. That is the first thing I should do. 3 times 2, 6. 6 plus 2, 8. 8 over 3. Multiplied by 4 times 5, 20. 20 plus 1, 21 over. Then I see whether I can simplify this or not. Yes. 3 times 1 and 3 times 7. Okay. And children, I'm telling you that you don't want to use the different colors like this. I'm using to show you that how I'm simplifying. But you can do this with the pen that what you are writing the answers. 4 times 1 and 4 times 2. So then what will be the answer now? 2 times 7, 14, and 1 times 1, 1. Then the final answer will be 14. Right? So then we will move to the next one. Give 3/10 of, how do you write this? 3/10 of 100 meters. So instead of this of, we can use the multiplication sign, right? 100 meters. So then you can just write this as 1 to keep it as a fraction. So then we can simplify this. How? 10 times 1 and 10 times 10. So then you just multiply 3 times 10, 30. 1 times 1, 1. Then the final answer will be 30 meters. Divide 6, 5 over 9. Divide, that you want to divide the first number, right? Divide 6, 4 over 9 by what? By 1, 1 over 3. I told you, children, that either it is addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. If they are mixed numbers, the very first thing I do, I convert them into improper fraction. 9 times 6, 54. 54 plus 4 and 58. 58 divided by 9, and 3 times 1, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 over 3. Then what we do? We convert the division into multiplication. And when you convert the division into multiplication, the next fraction will take it reciprocal. So this becomes 3 over 4. Right? Then I see whether I can simplify years. How can I do that? 3 times 1, 3 times 3. Right? And then I can simplify this. I'll take another color. 2 times 2 and 2 times 29. Right? Then how can I write? I can't simplify this further. Then 29 over 6. So then what I do, I divide 29 by 6. 6 times 4, 24, and 5 remainder. And how I'm going to write the answer? 4 and 5 over 6. This is the answer. We are done with the paper, right? So please keep in touch. So this is 2024 paper. So then after uploading the grade 7 and 8 2024 paper, I will upload 2025 papers. Please be in touch before your exam. I will, what you want to do, you can get the printouts and you can do these papers by your own. You time it and do it. And otherwise, there's no point of just watching the past paper discussion. You do it by yourself, then you watch the video and mark your answers, and you learn what are the new things you can do and how the teacher is doing the steps and how she's writing the answers, how we can bring the concept to the paper. So these things you can learn. Okay, children, we'll meet again with the 2025 paper, but keep in touch after uploading grade 7 and 8 2024 paper only. I can upload 2025 grade 6 paper. So until then, please be in touch. Do your studies well. So you have all the subjects, not only maths. So you take the past papers like this, do it by yourself, and thorough with the sums or that whatever the things you have learned. Okay, children, we'll meet again with the 2025 paper. Till then, stay safe. Bye.